Hi, today we have Swami Pujan joining us. Hi.
Hello.
And Swami's going to talk to us about yoga philosophy and meditation and the benefits of meditation and how you can integrate yoga philosophy and meditation into your daily practice. So, Swami,
Yes.
how did you first find out about meditation and when did your journey start?
Well, it really was happening when I studied psychology because I was always interested in how the mind works. Who am I? That really brought me to studying psychology. But very soon I hit a wall, you might say, because I studied in the 70s and it was still very much Freud orientated and Eastern philosophy was not part of it. So it was all about a healthy ego and how you maintain a healthy ego, and basically they assumed that the life ordinary human beings lived or living would be normal. But I realized within myself that this can't be. There must be more to it. There must be something more fulfilling than everyday 9 to 5, Monday to Friday work and fulfillment. And what society was offering
Wasn't doing that.
wasn't doing that. I mean, really, it was.
Don't we know?
Don't we know? The family, the mortgage,
Sure.
and the working till 65, till you are 65 and then you retire, that wasn't doing it. In fact, I remember in Germany, there was an ad when you were driving with a car, sort of a big poster. It was saying, work till you're 65 and then have fun.
Really?
So it was a fun,
Yes.
banking thing for
And then
retirement.
a lot of people have heart attacks, don't
And
they?
then have
When they
heart
finish
attacks
working.
and so on.
Yeah.
And psychology couldn't then answer that question to me. So I was slowly reading the first books. Hermann Hesse was...
Yes, I remember. Siddhartha.
Siddhartha.
Yes, of course.
A beautiful book I can really
Very
recommend.
nice. Yeah.
It was actually sort of the journey of the Buddha. And that fascinated me.
Yes.
And when I then read a little bit more and more, they talked about the way to still the mind is to become quiet, to find a focus and then stay with the focus, and then slowly the thoughts will ease. They will become more quiet. And I said, okay, let's see, let's try. And of course, I had no teacher, and it was very difficult. I mean, it's very easy to say, just sit down, close your eyes, and meditate. But
It's very difficult for a lot of people.
It is very
It's not
difficult.
easy just to sit and be quiet.
No, it isn't. And if you don't have any guidance,
Yes.
if you don't have any tools, then it will never work.
Yeah.
So
So you feel it's better to have a teacher.
you really need a teacher, and you need a teaching. Quite a few teachers these days, they claim to be teachers, but they are without a teaching. What does that mean? If you are without a teaching, then you say things like, just stop the mind, just be without thoughts.
Well, that's very difficult unless you know how.
It is not even possible.
Yes,
You know?
that's right.
So, I mean, it is not possible. So you need a method how to do this. You need a teaching how to do this. And only a teacher can actually look at your obstacles that you have in your life, and then actually recommend something that fits you.
Yes.
I mean, there are 112 different meditation techniques.
Wow.
And the Buddhist meditation technique of just watching the breath is only 4 of them, roughly 4. So you have another 108, oh yeah, that's a good number, 100
To explore.
to
In your
explore.
life.
Yeah, so there's so many different ones. In fact, there are meditations that are based on all the 5 senses. There are meditation techniques based on sound, on sight, even on smell. And of course on feelings and
Yes.
touch.
And of course,
sensations.
guided meditation.
And then there's guided meditations, you know, yoga nidras, and so on. And there's walking meditations,
Chakra meditation.
chakra meditations. There are as many numbers of minds there are. There are a lot of different meditations, but you need a teacher, and then of course you have to practice it. I mean, you know, you can't.
So my question now is, what do you think about regular practice? Is it something that we should be doing every day for at least 10 minutes, 20 minutes? And a lot of people think, oh, I don't have time to sit in the mornings, but what's your view on that? You know?
If you would like to, let's learn piano, yeah, and I would be a piano teacher, and you would ask me the same question.
That's correct.
Yeah, like, do I have to practice each day 10 minutes? I mean, what would the piano teacher say? If you want to,
Yes.
if you want to get any results, you not only have to practice 10 minutes, but it would be nice to have it sort of during the day, you know, playing a little bit or reading a little bit. Meditation is even more difficult.
Yes.
I mean, that doesn't mean that it's impossible, but you do need practice. You do need a constant practice. In every morning 10 minutes. If you, for example, have already a yoga practice, an asana practice, hatha yoga practice, it is not too much then to just have 10 minutes at the beginning or at the end of your practice to just throw that in. But the mind, you can train the mind to want actually that practice in the morning. So we all have vasanas, habits or imprints that happen every morning. I mean, you brush your teeth every morning. As a child, you don't. You know, you have to learn this. The parents have to remind you, please brush your teeth. No, please brush your teeth. And then after a while, you cannot imagine a life without brushing your teeth.
So you have to want to do it.
First you have to
train.
want to, and then you have to train yourself and discipline yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So it's
Discipline
not an
is
easy
important.
path, is it? It's a dedicated path,
Well,
but it becomes easier with
It
practice.
becomes easier. The same thing. Look
With
at
anything. With
with
yoga.
with yoga.
Anything.
Or with piano. In the
Consistency.
beginning, it's very difficult. And
Yes.
if you see somebody playing so beautifully, you think, oh, that's
I'd love
easy.
to play like that. Yes.
No, it needs practice. And how do you get that inner discipline? Well, again, if you have a teacher or if you really trust the teaching. So you have to be motivated.
Yes. And what would be your advice to be motivated? Say you don't have a regular teacher. People sometimes live in areas where they can only look at videos or what have you, but there's so much on the net now, isn't there? I mean, there is so much out there, but how do you know which one's going to be right for you?
Again, only through practicing different techniques and finding out if they work.
What works.
Finding out if they are in tune with your being. I mean, I tried many different meditation techniques at the beginning, till I found I will move to Buddhist meditation, so mindfulness meditation, and that worked for me for nearly 12 years.
Wow.
It clicked. It was quite easy for me to sit and become quiet, but then after a while, after 12 years, even then I changed my focus in the meditation. So,
well, I think that's good, because I think sometimes we can get a little bit rigid or feel that we can't move and change, and this is how it has to be.
That's right.
But I tend to agree with you. I think as you get more experienced, you just feel in and tune into what works for you personally.
Yes.
So you become your own teacher in a way.
It's true. I mean, this is the whole idea, is that a teacher only can show you something. You have
Guide
to
you.
practice.
Yes.
He can only guide you. But every good teacher, in the end, should empower you
Yes.
to
explore deeper within yourself.
within yourself. Correct. Yes.
Yes. So what do you think the long-term